No, I was not afraid of them. You know, I just viewed the white supremacist people as another culture. And I've seen many, many cultures in my life around the world. Slovakia makes the 56th country that I've been to. So I've literally seen many cultures, religions, ethnicities, traditions, you know, ways of thinking. And I just view them as another way. So if he's willing to sit down and talk with me, then what do I have to fear? But you know what though? I fear the police a lot more than I do Mr. Kelly. Because when I see Mr. Kelly in his robe and his hood, for many people that evokes fear, all right? For me it does not, because I know where he's coming from. I know he doesn't like me, I know what he's thinking, etc. And I know the history of atrocities that he has committed, or people like him have committed against people like me. But when you see a police officer in his uniform, his badge, his gun, you know where he is supposed to be coming from. But in my country, that's not always the case. There has been a long history of animosity between black people and the police. So you know he's supposed to stand for equal justice, but that's not always the case in my country. At least when you see somebody in the robe and hood, you know what they stand for. Yes, it's a tactic, and we saw it work very effectively in this last election. And what it has done is it has emboldened the racists in my country. Now people say, you know, is your country becoming more racist? No, it's not becoming more racist. Those people were already there. The mentality was already there. But as a result of exactly what you're talking about in the last campaign, the last platform ran on a platform of fear, on racism, on xenophobia, that kind of thing. It emboldened, it allowed those people who were already racist to come out and say, yes, yes, finally we have someone who gets it. Finally we have a protector, a savior, a man who believes in what we stand for. So now they're all coming out, but they've always been there. They've been hidden. I know where they are because I've been doing this work for 30 years. But most people think, oh, where did they come from? This is new. No, it's not new. We have to communicate with each other. We must communicate with each other. You know, too many people form groups of like-minded people. So if you and I and these people over here are not racist, say, okay, we all agree, let's make a group, and we'll meet the second Wednesday of every month, and we talk about how bad racism is. What are we achieving? Nothing. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. We need to invite that person who's racist to come to us and explain why he or she feels this way, so we can understand, what is it that they fear? What is it that they believe that may not be true? What is it that we believe about them that may not be true? So we must communicate with each other. I see too many people, now at least I'm speaking for my country, I see too many people in my country, they talk about each other, they talk at each other, or they talk past each other. What I prefer to do is sit down and talk with each other, because I have a theory. When two enemies are talking, they're not fighting, they're talking. They might be yelling and screaming and maybe beating their fists on the table to make a point, but at least they're talking, they're not fighting. It's when the conversation stops that the ground becomes fertile for violence. So we must keep the conversation going. You say extraordinary thing. I hope one day talking to people who may not agree with you may be the norm, not the extraordinary. Because I know this is the only way we're going to resolve this problem of racism, is through communication. Okay, so I realize there are people, who think I'm crazy, but here's the funny thing. When I first started doing this, people would say exactly what you say. You're crazy, and they would avoid me. My friends would avoid me, Now that we have Trump in office and we have all these crazy people running around, my friends from way back, they're calling me and they're saying, Daryl, you know these people. What's going on? Tell us what's going on. I said, well, you think if you listened to me 30 years ago, you would know what's going on. But seriously, anytime you are pioneering something, you're the first person or one of the first people to do something that is different, you will always have detractors who say, nah, you're crazy, blah, blah. I mean, it's like, the astronomer from way back, he said that the earth revolves around the sun. Everybody thought we were the center of the universe and the sun revolves around us. And they put him in jail. They told him he was crazy and put him in jail. Christopher Columbus said the earth was round. Everybody else said it was flat. They told him he was crazy. So anytime you're amongst the first, you will always have detractors until they come around. Well, you make a decision. Do you want to stay loyal to your friend or family, or do you want to know the truth? And that's a decision that you must personally make. And whatever decision you make, you have to live with it. If it's the truth, it will come out eventually. You can never kill the truth. The truth will defend itself. A lie, you must always defend. We have the same thing in our country too. Don't talk about religion, don't talk about politics. I disagree because you're living a lie. I think it's important to have these conversations so people know where each other stands, but they must be respectful conversations. I don't have to respect what you're saying because I don't believe what you're saying, but I must respect your right to say it.